Brawl Network, this is the Players Talk Live podcast, a show dedicated to the next generation of student athletes. Here are your hosts, Chad Allen, Tommy Polley, and Eric King.
Welcome to Players Talk Live, podcast on the Brawl Network, where each conversation is authentic and centered around educating the next generation of student athletes using 4 pillars: coaching, mentoring, developing, and influencing. I'm your host, Chad Allen, and I'm joined by co-hosts and former NFL players, Tommy Polley and Eric King. We're joined today with a special guest from the West Coast, Mr. Mycah Pittman.
Yo. Oh, what's up?
Welcome. All
What's
right, why
going
don't you
on, Mycah?
introduce
What's
this
up?
guy? He's your former player, man. Give us a proper introduction.
And one of the things I first want to mention is this young man is cut from football pedigree. His dad, Michael Pittman, I played against, Tommy played against during our time in the NFL. So when I first saw the kid and I walked up on him, I said, oh, no doubt, that's Michael Pittman's son. It was just like a done deal. Like, oh, that's that guy? Oh, okay. Yeah, he spit him out. Like, your dad can't deny you, man. Like no doubt. Like, he literally just went and you came out, man. But a little bit about this young man's background. A consensus 4-star top 100 prospect by ESPN and Rivals. He had 11 straight games with 100 receiving yards. Four times he was over 200 yards. He was an early enrollee in December at Oregon, where he finished his freshman season with 18 catches for 227, 2 TDs. Had played in all 7 games that he played in. I think one of the biggest plays that I saw was a 36-yard touchdown versus Washington on that fourth down game changer, man. That was a big deal. Can you tell me a little bit about that play, Mycah? Because I know for one thing, every high school in California ran that play after that weekend. Tell me about that fourth down play.
I just knew I was having the first half I was having the best game, and I believe so I wasn't having the best. I realized it was time for me to be able to make some plays and have a coach rely on me. And I'm a guy who can make plays and a guy a reliable guy, I feel like. And I was acting out of character. And so when that play was designed, I realized I need to make a play because they're calling it on 4th and 3. They're putting it in a freshman's hands, and they got that reliability on me. So I just took it in my own hands, and it was a great play call, great design. I literally just ran straight. I was expecting way more than that. It was a blown coverage by the cornerback. He obviously wasn't studying his film because we ran that play before. So for sure, I'm glad he wasn't in the film room, because if he was, he would for sure would have knew what that play was. So I was expecting him for one-on-one tackle to get the first down, but I was like, cool. All I saw was daylight, took the touchdown, a momentum swing, and after that, it was green for me. So, yeah.
Isn't it amazing how literally one play can change the whole scope of things, can it?
Yeah.
Not only the whole game, but it can change the whole game for you in terms of your brand, in terms of what you stand for. And one of the questions I always wanted to ask you, man, was transitioning from Calabasas to Oregon. How did you feel that you were prepared under the staff of myself, Coach Claiborne, Curtis Conway? What do you felt like that did for you in transitioning you from Calabasas to Oregon and some of the success you had? I want you to speak upon that.
Yeah, I mean, it was great to have y'all. I mean, the NFL mindset, stuff like that definitely did help out a lot. You guys kind of helped me be a pro coming out of high school, and being a pro is a man who can be coachable, a man who's able to take notes during film sessions, a man who's able to just kind of listen in and hone into what the coach has to say to you, So that's what I kind of learned from you guys. I mean, obviously Coach Seaway was mainly with me, and Seaway just taught me obviously the basics for a receiver, because I only had him for 1 year, which was very unfortunate, but he just taught me the basics of being a receiver, getting in and out of your breaks, being patient. You don't want to be a receiver who can just throw quick moves, because there's nothing much you're going to get out of it from a DB. You got to hit them with some sudden stuff. You got to mix it up and stuff like that. So, I mean, mainly y'all taught me how to be a pro, man. Kind of suck it up and just be quiet and take the coaching, because sometimes it can be tough. And so, but yeah, definitely the biggest thing was teaching me how to be a pro, man. I got here, first of all, always admired my work ethic. I was first one in, last one out, had a routine of getting to the facility around, I think it was, I wake up at 5:30. I get to the facility at 6. The facility's not really open. I just kind of like get in there because I got my thumb and everything.
Okay.
And I get in there, watch film by myself for like an hour till 7. Then the medical staff and everybody comes in at 7:30. I get rehab at 7:30 and stuff like that. And I just kind of had that embedded in my head, like I wanted to play right away, but unfortunately injuries happen, and so yeah. But definitely, I credit you guys for always pushing me. Definitely credit you was pushing me and stuff like that. So then it just made me like want to put on for my people back at the crib. So it's just stuff like that, you know.
No doubt. One more question. I got to swing it to my guys. You played a game with this ferocious mentality, man. Like you're a ball of fire. You know, you're a 200-pound slot receiver that plays the game at the slot like a running back. The way you play the game, based on the climate of right now and where we are with the pandemic, how do you feel that it affects you moving forward? Like, how does the pandemic affect you, Mycah Pittman, this demon out there? How does that affect how you play the game, man? What do you think about that?
I mean, it does kind of affect the game a lot for me personally. For me, I'm a guy who's not gonna opt out. I don't really care what it is, but I understand where these guys are coming from, and I understand where their health issues are at, and I understand that. But there's always a risk getting on that field, no matter what it is. The COVID is something very serious, and I take it very seriously. I know it's a problem, and I just know some guys have different situations than me too. They also got kids. They also got maybe their girlfriends or something that maybe has like a asthma or something, or already has like an illness where they can't really play ball if they get COVID, which I totally understand. So I'm just in a whole different situation. My pops always kind of put me in a perspective of football's a privilege. It's not nothing that you deserve or something. He always made me feel like football was a privilege. Like I always wanted to I don't even know how to get it out. Like I always wanted to work hard and get all the success that football provides for you. It's not like, oh, I'm just gonna sit out a season because I want to because of what's going on. And but like I said, I get where the guys are coming from. But for me, it does take a big impact because if we don't have a season, it's gonna hit me right in my heart, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be real upset. So yeah, for me, I just feel like as I was taught, football is a privilege, and I just can't keep repeating it enough. I love balling, so that's really all I can say about that.
No doubt, man. I really appreciate you. I'm going to swing it to TP now. He's got a couple questions for you, and we're just going to keep it rolling, man.
Sure.
Yeah. What's up, Mikey? I played against your father, man. He was a hell of a back. I mean, he was multi-fast. He could run. He could catch. I mean, he'd shake you, he'd run you over, he'd play with power, speed, all that. You know, especially at Tampa, he was really tough back. But I wanted to tell you, I know I was joking with you before we came on. I see you got your own image, your own brand right there, Pit Crew. Tell me a little bit about Pit Crew, and are you already trying to start the name? Or are you familiar with the name, image, and likeness thing that's about to take effect? And because on the East Coast, like I told you, we more gritty and. But the West Coast guys always seem to be at the forefront of branding themselves, putting themselves out there a little better than on the East Coast. Talk a little bit about your brand.
So, I like that question. So, me personally, I always kind of grew up kind of seeing guys like Odell and stuff like that, and people with a good following and stuff like that. I kind of watch them heavy. And I feel like the best way to make yourself known, and if you want to make an impact in the world, I feel like I kind of want to be able to put a brand out there in front of you. And I see guys being able to make so much money on and off the field. So if I can make myself a brand, I could be making millions off the field also. And my pops always told me, I wish I had IG. I wish I had stuff like that, because all the followers probably would have got all the stuff. Would have gotten brand deals, stuff like that is a really big deal. And I want to be a guy who can be able to take care of my family. That's the big goal. This isn't just for me to buy a Tesla Roadster, my gold car, and go get that and be done with everything. Now I want to go buy my mom a house that she doesn't have. I want to buy my mom a car she doesn't have. I want to be able to provide for my little brother and hook him up, get him like a little jet ski or something in my backyard. Something crazy, you know. So I always want to be able to kind of like put my family on. And I know just seeing firsthand what my brother's doing. I mean, he sent me his bank account.
Mycah Pittman, second round draft pick, Indianapolis Colts. You got to keep up now. That's a hard discussion to have at the table, baby. You come sit at the table. What you talking about at dinner time?
Hey.
He sent me a screenshot of his bank account. Man, I said, dang, that looked like my GPA. And more motivated. And so I was like, man, because I can't be no bum. I'm serious. Like, I can't live with my mom. I can't live with my dad for the rest of my life.
Motivating, isn't it? It's motivating, isn't it?
It's definitely motivating. Kudos to my brother for always like putting it and displaying it in front of my face. So it's just like, I'm not gonna lie, I can't be money hungry, and it's definitely a motive and stuff like that. But I feel like building your own brand, being able to kind of have people like kind of be in your life, and like I have a YouTube channel and stuff like that also. And I feel like having that stuff can like allow people to be kind of part of you and stuff, part of your brand and stuff like that. So I feel that's probably the best way to go about it. And I feel like being able to do stuff in the off season instead of sitting on my butt doing nothing,
right?
Literally just training. I can train, make money, and play football at the same time, which is just insane to me. So that's what I do.
Look, I was just telling my son, right? He goes to UConn. He plays basketball at UConn, right?
Yeah.
I used to collect shoes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jordans. I had all the Jordans, right? Now he collected all the Jordans. That's worth $10,000. Like he got a whole 100, 200 pair of shoes. They worth something. He could trade them in. You can play the game now. I play the game. I used to play 2K all the time. Every year it come out, I was 2K all the time, right? Now you can actually sit down like yourself and actually make money playing the game. Yep. So talk about that. Talk about what games you play in the gaming industry and with things like that.
So I'm a big gamer head. A lot of guys, like, I don't know. I've always, I guess you could say, gaming is my drugs. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. I don't do none of that. So what I do in my off time is play video games. I literally dedicate myself to video games. And my dad said he'd rather have that than me doing stupid stuff outside of it. So he'd rather have me. So I just I see guys like, there's popular streamers. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with their names, but like Nick Merckx, Cloaksy, like all these like big streamers. I see they can make a dang. All I'm trying to do right now, because I can't make money off myself due to
Not yet. It's on the way. It's on the way.
It's very soon. And in following us, we're going to talk to you guys a lot about that. Like, we're going to put you in the right seats in the right direction for things
educate you
too. Yeah, we're going to educate you on that. Keep going. I'm sorry to cut you off.
So right now, literally, I'm just kind of putting in the dirty work right now, receiving $0 and just trying to build the platform. So when it's time, I'm making a killing already, like, you know. And so I just feel like some of the guys aren't picking up on it yet. And I kind of picked up on it like around 6 or 5 months ago. I started building the brand a little bit, kind of shouting it out and stuff like that, and just getting people on. So when it finally does come out, people are ready for it and stuff like that. And I already have the following and stuff. Yeah, being able to make money playing video games is insane to me. I love playing video games for fun. And if I could sit there and have people subscribe, donate me money, and like support the channel, is literally insane to me. So I am willing to put in hours and dedication to work into a video game to receive something like that, which is awesome and stuff. So
I ain't gonna lie, I'm jealous. Yeah, y'all young guys. I ain't gonna lie. I want to go back and do it all over again. Man, I wish I could be 18 again. I promise you.
Yeah,
man. Y'all got the life.
Go ahead, Chad. I tell you, Mycah, just to kind of piggyback on what you're saying, because I just been sitting back and been able to just listen. People don't understand this is $1 billion business in esports and the opportunities there. But even more importantly for me, I'm in the NCAAC, right? So I work at a Division I institution. So with me being a director of student athlete development at Morgan State, that's something that's on the forefront of us. We have athletes who name, image, and likeness is going to change their lives.
Yeah.
Like they're not at Oregon, right, where our student athlete can get drafted or potentially go pro basketball, football, and mainly the sports. But at the end of the day, they have to build a brand outside of that. So by you being a pedigree kid, what I mean by that is father NFL, brother now drafted NFL, everyone expecting you to go NFL, but you're being conscious enough to say, hey, I understand I had that chance, but I don't want to put all the eggs in that basket. And I hear you, T, talking about we're jealous because that's what we had to do. We had to put all those eggs in a football basket and
like your father
make
said.
it work. So kudos to you maximizing and leveraging yourself through the game. And I think that's what we want to kind of get the message out far as influencing. The student athletes understand that they can influence the game in a multitude of ways, and it doesn't just have to be scoring a touchdown. And that's great. But here it is, Pit Crew is now on a whole nother level. So how are you, and I just want you to kind of expand on that, how are you looking to diversify yourself? Because I hear gaming, I hear football. Is there something else? Are you in the shoes? What else is there for the Pit Crew and Mycah?
Literally, it's mainly gaming and just kind of keeping up with my daily life. I guess you could say I do vlogs and stuff like that on YouTube. So I just shout
it out. Don't hesitate. Go ahead, shout it out. Let us,
yeah, it's cool. I don't have no websites up about Pit Crew yet, but it's just I've been definitely like building it and getting it ready for when it's time. But the thing is what I've noticed is everybody loves Mycah Pittman, the football player. I want people to be able to love Mycah Pittman for Mycah Pittman, So it's kind of what I wanted to touch up on, and my pops always kind of put it in perspective. He's like, son, you got all these followers. You got it from football. If you can expand and show people your life, you're a funny kid. You can be able to entertain people.
Giving you great advice.
Yeah, just he said you can be able to entertain people just by talking in front of a camera. And it's crazy because you was 100% correct. And I listen to Pops and I literally post YouTube videos and I get over 20 or 30 DMs a week at least saying, when's the next video coming up? Mycah, I really love your videos. They're inspirational. You give me tips. I really appreciate everything. So it's just it's really dope to do that. So like some videos would be like receiver drills, and then the next video would be I'm going to the zoo. And that's where it's Mycah Pittman, not Mycah Pittman football player, So I kind of like keep the audience entertained with football, but then I kind of show them my life, So I feel like being
great
able to
strategy, my man.
Yeah. So I feel like being able to do that can like amass a lot of attention and stuff. And I've grown faster than my brother, which is insane. Shout out to him though. He boosted me a lot. He already has like 200,000 on YouTube, and I have like 26 right now, I believe. I started officially 2 months ago, and it's literally crazy to see how much people love just like content, and it's crazy to me, but it's also entertaining because I'm not gonna lie, I watch my own videos, so I
as you should, man.
You putting it out there, you better watch it.
Hey, I don't know if they realize, but you just gave gems. I mean, we have these companies out here, Open Doors, influencer, and they're talking about building your brand and using your pictures. But you right now are creating a blueprint for the next generation to show them that, hey, it's okay to show yourself being whatever you do, right? I mean, of course, all, legal things, but to inspire them to show a different side of you as an athlete, man. I mean, that kudos to you, bro. I don't know if that's the LeBron effect in this new generation of being more than an athlete. But kudos to you because again, we didn't feel comfortable to do that when we came up, man. So,
but we didn't have we didn't have opportunities either, like the platforms and definitely the TOs and all them guys used to get shunned like me guys. So it was frowned upon of showing your own individualism.
Yeah, for sure.
So, again, thank you all for tuning in. We see you next time on Players Talk Live, where your voice matters.